live from Atlanta. This is CBS News Atlanta at 11.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jobina Fordson-Evans. Tonight, we dive deeper into how the government shutdown is impacting the pay of federal workers and travel nationwide. Today, several airports, including Nashville International and Chicago O'Hare, were met with delays stretching well over an hour. At one point, Nashville experienced a ground stop tonight. The issue? Air traffic controllers calling in sick over potentially missed paychecks. The FAA will slow down flights to maintain safety as staffing shortages grow. No votes were held today on Capitol Hill, which means we're approaching day 8 of the shutdown. And tonight, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is breaking with fellow Republicans on a key Democratic demand to get the government back open. Greene now supports an extension of enhanced Obamacare subsidies. In a post on X, she warns that failing to extend the subsidies would make insurance unaffordable to many people. All this happening as President Trump suggests some furloughed federal workers are not guaranteed back pay once the government shutdown ends.
There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way.
As the shutdown grows and continues, many furloughed workers are wondering what's next and if they'll be able to get by. Our Brian Unger spent the day talking with people affected by this. Brian, confusion, I think frustration as well is what you're feeling from people?
Yeah, so many developments unfolding so quickly, too. It was President Trump who signed the Government Fair Treatment Act of 2019 into law, guaranteeing federal workers back pay for their forced time off. But a memo from the White House's Office of Management and Budget circulating today now attempts to delineate between essential and non-essential workers who would not receive back pay. I asked Antonio Gaines, who is a housing specialist and union president at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, about how this is affecting his colleagues.
It's creating greater uncertainty and greater anxiety amongst my colleagues, not just at HUD, but all federal agencies.
Is there fear, insecurity, anger?
All of the above. And so they had it's already stressful enough to wonder when we're going to go back to work, right? And continue to be able to provide for our families and more importantly, provide for the American public. When you compound that with this type of confusion, it creates greater anxiety, greater fear. You have employees that want to pay their bills. It could mess up their credit reports. It could have delays in their mortgage payments. Many employees live paycheck to paycheck. We already have some in the military.
The shutdown could also impact workers at the nation's airports in the days and weeks ahead. There's been an increase in air traffic controllers calling in sick. Burbank Hollywood Airport was without any air traffic controllers last night. What potential challenges could affect Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson Airport? Caleb Harmon Marshall is an airport travel consultant and writer of Gate Access.
You might be on the tarmac a little longer. You might see slower takeoffs because there's less people directing traffic. Action-wise, it could cause delays. When you're delaying traffic from taking off at these other airports, that's going to delay the connection flight at Atlanta's airport. Although Atlanta's doing a great job with mitigating the situation, our local government is stepping in and providing assistance to TSA officers that work at the airport, which is parking, free parking, meal vouchers. They're doing everything that they can to make sure that those workers continue to come to work.
Yeah, you know Caleb, right?
I do.
He worked in TSA?
In Atlanta, in Hartsfield Jackson, world's busiest airport. So he knows this, and he experienced firsthand a government shutdown while working there.
Yeah, and he said something to me very impactful. He said that if you do work at the airport in TSA, or if you're a air traffic controller, and you are trying to focus on the work, which is very important, right?
Yes.
And try to focus on that work, and you're worried about how you're going to eat and how you're going to feed your family, the work becomes very difficult to do.
I would think so, and that's alarming because, as you mentioned, the work they're doing is critical to the safety of everyone coming in and out of that airport.
Yeah.
Brian, thank you.